Hello, highly esteemed viewers. Welcome to our maths tutorial for today. In our maths tutorial class today, we are going to look at how to solve this maths Olympiad question. And the question is an exponential function or equation question. We are asked to solve for x in this exponential equation, 3 to the power of x squared multiplied by 9 to the power of x equal to 27 to the power of the square root of x. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel. Also remember to hit the bell icon so that you can get notified whenever I upload my daily Maths Olympiad question. Thank you. And also thanks to those returning viewers for watching our video. We so much appreciate your likes and all your comments. Thank you. Now to solve this question, all we need to do first is to write everything to base 3. And once we write everything to base 3, from that point we can start simplifying this equation. So if we write everything to base 3, we're going to have our 3 to the power of x squared, which is already in base 3, multiplied by 3 to the power, since we have an exponent already, 3 to the power 3 squared is equal to 9. So we'll have 3 to the power of 2 times x, and this will be equal to 27 will give us 3 to the power of 3, and this will still be multiplied by the root of what? The root of x. So having done this, we'll simplify this. So if we simplify this, we are going to have 3 to the power of x squared multiplied by 3 to the power of 2x equal to 3 to the power of 3 multiplied by root x. Now, having done this, remember a law in indices that so if we have a to the power of x multiplied by a to the power of y, we have same base, different powers. That will be a to the power of x what? Y. So if we simplify this, apply this over here, we're going to see we'll have a common base 3, and this will be x squared plus 2x, and this will be equal to 3 to the power of 3 root x. So having gotten this, we can now realize that we have same base. Having same base, the exponents will equate. So we'll have x to the power of 2 plus 2x equal to 3 root x. So having gotten this equation is a radical equation. We'll look at how we can simplify this equation to get the value of x. Now let's assume that square root of x is equal to y. If we assume that square root of x is equal to 9, y, remembering that our y is greater than 0, and likewise our x is greater than 0. So all we'll have to do now is, if we want to clear this square root, we'll square root both sides. So this will give us x squared is equal to x squared, square root of x squared is equal to y squared. So if this clears this, we'll have our x to be equal to y squared. So if our x is equal to y squared, that simply tells us that x squared will be equal to y to the power of what? 4. So this is exactly what we are going to do. We'll apply that into this equation. If we apply that into this equation, we'll have our equation to now become y to the power of 4 plus y squared, 2y squared, 2y squared equal to 3y. From this expression, we are going to bring 3y to the left hand side. That will give us y to the power of 4 plus 2y squared minus 3y. That will be equal to 0. Y is common to the whole value. So what we'll do is we'll divide through by y. If we divide through by y, we'll have an expression y to the power of 3, which is a polynomial equation, plus 2y minus 3, that's equal to 0. So having gotten this equation is a polynomial equation because the highest power of that equation is the power of 3. So since it's a polynomial equation, to solve this polynomial equation, what we simply need to do is to look for the first factor of the polynomial. Now, to look for the first factor of the polynomial, we need to substitute a value. So let's assume that the value of y is equal to 1. We'll substitute the value of y equal to 1 in that equation. We'll have y to the power of 3 plus 2 multiplied by 1 minus 3. Will it give us 0? If it does give us 0, that means y equal to 1 is a factor. This will give us 2 minus 3, and this will give us what? 0. So that shows that y equal to 1, which will invariably give us y when 1 goes the other way, y minus 1 equal to 0 is a factor of that polynomial. Since y equal to 1 is a factor, we are going to find the other two factors. And to find the other two factors, all we need to do is to divide this first factor, divide the original question, which is y to the power of 3 plus 2y minus 3 by this factor we've gotten. So y to the power of 3 divided by y will give us y squared, right? So y squared times y will give us y to the power of 3, right? Then y squared minus times minus 1 will give us minus y squared. So we're going to subtract this. We'll subtract this. This will give us 0. And this will give us minus times minus will give us plus. That's y squared plus 2y. So y divided by y squared will give us plus y, right? So y times y will give us y squared plus y times minus y will give us minus y. That if we subtract is going to give us plus 3y minus y will give us 3y. Then we'll bring that negative 3 down. So the next thing we're going to do is y divided by 3y divided by y will give us plus 3. So 3 times y will give us 3y, and 3 times minus y, 1 will give us minus 3. So if we subtract this whole thing will give us 0. So our factor now will be equal to y squared plus y plus 3, and that will be equal to 0. So we're going to use the quadratic formula to find the factors, the other two factors. Remember, we've gotten y minus 1 equal to 0 as one of the factors. If we want to substitute this, we are going to use the algebraic formula. And from the algebraic formula, you can recall that our y will be equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And from our formula above, you agree with me that our a here is equal to 1, our b is equal to 1, and our c is equal to 3. So if we simplify this into the equation, we'll have our y to be equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 square minus 4 times 1 times 3, all divided by 2 times 1. So if we simplify that, we're going to have our y to be equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 4 times 1 is 4 times 3, that's minus 12 divided by 2. So our y will now be equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of minus 11 divided by 2. Now this will give us 1 plus or minus 1 plus or minus square root of 11 multiplied by square root of minus 1. And according to our complex number, minus square root of minus 1 is equal to j. So this y will be equal to that y is going to give us minus 1 plus or minus square root of 11 j divided by 2. Now, having gotten this, we are going to note something. This whole value is going to give us a non-real solution because we have a negative value plus negative 1 plus square root of 11j divided by 2, and we'll have minus 1 minus square root of 11j divided by what? 2. So we are going to have this solution, which is also a real solution, and then we're going to have this other value. But because this is negative, this is going to give us a non-real solution, and it's going to give us a negative value because this whole value definitely will give us a value that is what? That is less than 1. So if we simplify this whole value, we are going to have non-real solutions. So that tells us simply that the only solution we'll have y is equal to 1 from the initial solution we'll have. So if our y is equal to 1, recall from our initial equation that we assumed our square root of x to be equal to what? Y. So if our square root of x is equal to 1, this will definitely give us a square root of, if our square root of x is equal to y, so this will give us square root of x equal to 1. If we square both sides, we are going to have this square equal to 1 square. So this will clear this, we'll have our x to be equal to 1. So the solution to that exponential equation, which is the only real solution to that exponential equation, is x equal to what? X is equal to 1, and that is the only real solution to that exponential equation. Thanks so much for watching, and do share this video with your friends and colleagues. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more simplified Maths Olympiad questions. Thank you.